Hey guys, Matt from Eastwood. We're here in my home garage. Today I'm going to give you a quick little crash course on using the Eastwood rim clamp tire machine. Now, since I've gotten one of these in my shop, it has just helped me greatly where I don't need to run to a tire shop and pay them to take off old tires off wheels that I get at the swap meet or different places like that. And also allows me to mock up tires on wheels so I can build cars and set up the tires and wheels, and I don't have to pay every time that I want to change a set of wheels and tires. So what I'm going to do today is show you on first this old Ford wheel with a crappy old tire. I'm going to show you how to take this off and some of the battles that you will come across when you do this, and some tips and tricks that will help you get an old tire removed from a wheel really quickly. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is work on getting this valve stem taken out. So depending on the age of your wheel and tire, it may have a tube in it. So if that is the case, it's easier to just take the valve stem out. If you have a just standard tubeless tire, you can just knock the valve stem, the whole entire thing out. This wheel is old enough that it may actually have a tube in it, so I'm just going to take the core out. That lets all the air out of there so we can break the bead. Make sure you're doing that, because if you're trying to break the bead with valve stem in there, or a core or some air, you're going to have a problem. So first thing we're going to do is use the bead breaker here. So this works by hand, and then the first pedal to your right is what actually makes that have pressure and pull in. So we're going to put this wheel up and go like that, and then we're going to push the pedal, and you want it tight against the rim. It's going to pull in and pop the bead. Now you may need to do this on the other side depending on how old the wheel and tire is. I'm going to guess since this has been sitting, actually this one's not too bad. I'm able to free it up there. So we got the front side popped, but we do need to flip it and do the opposite side. So that's what we're actually going to do here, is open it up, same thing. Put it tight against the wheel like that. Push your pedal down. And that'll pop. And depending on the age, again, this one has a pretty loose tire on it, so we're lucky on this one. So we'll take that off. Next thing we're going to do is just take the wheel weights off so that when we grab the wheel, we have a nice grab on it. So we're going to take all these wheel weights off next. Alright, so we got the wheel weights removed from our wheel here. We have the tire bead broken and the tire's loose on the rim, and we are ready to take our junky old tire off of our old Ford wheel here. Now the rim clamp machine has two different ways that you can clamp the rim in the machine to take a tire on or off. The first way is that you can actually clamp on the inside of the rim. So there's actually knurled sections on the jaws that I have pushed all the way in right now. There's knurled sections right here on the outside, and when we actually release the pressure, it will go out and it'll keep pressure on the inside of the wheel, so we can actually grab it on the inside of the bead instead of the outside. That is one way you can do it depending on your preference and the type of wheel. Sometimes that is best. The way that I like to do it is actually to clamp it, especially on an old steel wheel like this, is to clamp on the bead itself. So one little trick that I've learned over the years is that if you actually push this pedal down real fast and just push it all the way down, it's going to close in one action. You basically get one shot and you have to move pretty quick. If you don't have the wheel centered just right, you may miss one of the jaws and it won't clamp in the machine correctly. So what you can do is actually push the pedal down just like halfway till you start hearing the air, and it will slowly close. And if you keep pressure on it, it will kind of stop. And you can slowly clamp the machine, and then when it starts clamping onto the wheel, we can push all the way down and it'll grab all the way and it will hold. So if you just push the pedal halfway down, now if you let off the pedal, of course, and it's not locked all the way down, it will go back. So that is a quick, easy trick that I've learned. It helps me clamp these wheels and tires in place. So I'll hook it in like so, and then I will kind of slowly let it grab, and you have to get it over the tire. There we go. So you kind of have to let it clamp, like I clip it right on here on the first hook, and then I let this one kind of catch in and grab, and then you have to also lift a little bit because the tire, a lot of these tires are usually bulged out a little bit, and if you just kind of let it sit, it will push up and will miss and it'll just pop out, and it's kind of violent. So make sure that after you get these first two kind of hooked, you're pulling up just a little bit on the tire just to keep it from catching, and you'll feel it kind of grab and go right into the wheel. Now it's nice and secure, and we're ready to take our tire off. All right, so now that we have this clamped on here, another little tip that I like to give people when they're doing tires, especially if you're doing something where you may want to take this tire off and use it again, is you want to lubricate the tires as if you were mounting them. So I have my little lube bucket here that has some of the lube that you can buy with the machine, and what I will do is actually go around the machine and lubricate the tire right on the bead, so that when we're taking the tire off, it's going to make the tire come off a lot easier, especially these old tires like this that I get when you buy them from a swap meet. The tire's usually all dried out, hard as a rock. It's not going to want to flex, so any lubrication you can get on there is going to help with slipping it off of the wheel. The other thing is, if you plan to use the tire again, not in this instance at least, we won't be, but if you're planning on using it again, it's going to help the tire slip off, and you're not going to rip the bead of the tire, eat it all up, and then junk the tire up trying to take it off. So that is a little tip, is make sure you do some lubrication on your tire before you take it off. All right, so now we're ready to take our tire off finally. So what we can do is take the arm here. This arm is adjustable here with this lever. You can change the width of the wheel and tire. I usually have mine kind of set at the same spot because a lot of my wheels and tires are about the same, but you can push it all the way down till it basically touches, and then when you click the locking lever, it actually kind of like pulls up just a tiny bit. So it's good to keep it down and tight, and then when you click the lever, it actually comes up just a hair, so it's not dragging on the wheel. Of course, if you're doing something that's really nice, you may want to just double check it, make sure there's clearance, but I know that when I push this down and lock it, it always comes up just a little bit and gives me enough play. The other thing is, there's an adjustment knob on this other side here that actually is what sets the diameter of the wheel. So there is a plastic little piece inside this foot here that'll keep from scratching your rim. So what you want to do is actually have that pretty much touching the rim. So I was doing like a 17-inch wheel probably last, so that was hanging off a little bit. So I will put this in till it touches, and then again I will come off. I'll turn the knob so that I come off just a little bit. The reason I do that is because when you're prying on this, it'll actually flex a little bit anyways. So if you leave it off just a little bit, it's going to flex and touch anyways, but it's not going to dig in so hard that you're wearing away your plastic piece. Now it is a sacrificial piece that is replaceable. A bunch of these come with the machine, and you can also buy them separately. So we'll take our bar that we store in here, and this bar has two different hooks on it. There is a hook here that you can use, or there is a hook here that's has a little heavier of a hook, a little more sharp. So I use that a lot for dismounting because you can get in there and actually grab on the bead of the tire. So what you want to do is push down on the opposite side that you're pulling up on this with. So I'll push down over here, pull out and push up, and you want to get this to go up over this foot all the way as much as you can. So what I usually do is keep this bar in like this until I start moving it. So the pedal that is the first on the left is what actually spins the table. So I'll pull up, leave my bar in here, I'll pull up a little bit and then hit the pedal like that, and then once I know that it's started, then I can take my bar out. Now if you have a tricky one, you can keep the bar in there just to help you with everything. So we can leave the bar in like this if we want, and you can spin the table around. So, but I usually take it out once I get started like that. And then what you're going to want to do is pull up with your right hand here, and I pull up as it spins, and that just kind of helps the machine pull the tire off. So we're going to spin, pull up, and then it will pop off once it gets about 3/4 of the way. Then the next thing we're going to do is push this bead down like that. Again, use your hook then, put that down against, and once you feel a catch on there, you can pull up, let the bar slide on this foot here. So you're pulling up, slide on there, and then you can just pull over like that. This is the easier section. This is kind of the home stretch here. So you pull up like that, then again we can hit our pedal, pull, and then our tire's off. So then all we do is just swing our arm out of the way. We have our tire off. We didn't wreck it. The bead actually looks good. This one didn't fight us too bad, surprisingly. All right, so there's your crash course on removing an old tire using the Eastwood rim clamp tire machine. Now the process is the same whether you're using a junky old swap meet find or you're using a wheel and tire that is nice and finished. It'll be the same exact process removing the wheel and tire. Now, as I've mentioned before in a bunch of videos, this rim clamp tire machine has been a lifesaver for me. No longer do I have to pay a tire shop to remove wheels and tires from junky wheels like this that I may not use for a while, and I only have to pay the tire disposal fee, which you can't get around. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and you saw how easy it is to use the rim clamp tire machine. If you want to learn more about this tool, you can click the link down below, or you can visit eastwood.com to get all the tools you need to do the job right. Thanks guys, catch you later.